Anyways, guys, so today I want to work on the skill tree and we are going to add the last ability. A global ability that is used with cooldown that affects the entire map. It's not going to be spear toss, but it has to do with projectiles. So I was thinking about two different ways. I was thinking about shield orbs, but with weapons that spin around the character and go bigger. So I was thinking about, this is my idea, essentially, for a global ability. So let's see, global. Global ability. Global ability, and that would be, let's say we have our Tangy right here in the middle, right? It would show, or it would display weapons that spin outwards in like this direction. And they kind of rotate themselves too. They spin around. So essentially this is what it creates, like a huge spiral of weapons. See that? That spins around and they all... And maybe they all split into projectiles on impact. Or they pierce all enemies and they don't split. They could either split. You know, they could split and then disappear. So there's two options. Split. Plus split, or they could pierce. What do you use besides OpenGL? I use STB image. And I use FreeType. That reminds me of the Blessed Hammer ability from Diablo 2. It's also the Val spectral throw in Path of Exile. Are you using SDL or something? No, I use C++ and OpenGL. I know you're looking at pixel art, but the best 2D style bar none is anything Vanillaware makes. Vanillaware? Should we take a look at Vanillaware for a second? Vanillaware. Vanillaware. Okay. Some games here. Odin Sphere. Odin Sphere. This right here. Is it on Amazon? Is that pixel art even? Bro, is that even pixel art? I don't think that's pixel art, bro. I don't know what you're talking about, but this is not pixel art. Yeah? It's normal art. Anyways, let's not spend time on this anymore. PlayStation 2 game, yeah. No, that's a mix between hand-drawn and vector. It's art rendered via pixels. Checkmate. Anyways, so do you guys have... I told you guys to give me some on suggestions, but I think you have not, right? Yesterday, what is your coding style? More C style, C++. Which language features do you like, dislike? Since you streamed some of the development, do you find streaming... Oh, you guys, what's your next game? What do you do differently to the game? What shampoo and conditioner do you use? I labeled my questions 0 to 4 and it automatically updated them to 1 to 5. Thank you guys for the input on Coffee Lava questions. Did Cake's slow development process scare you to finish your game quicker? Shut the fuck up. Fuck your questions, okay? Anyways, it looks like none of you have any suggestions. So I'm just gonna make this ability the global ability. Which means we need to start drawing the ability first. And so now I do the drawing first, Mr. Rames, okay? And then... I'll do the drawing first, Mr. Rames, and then we'll see how long it takes to implement the ability into the game, okay? Was? Huh? Okay. Okay, was soll ich machen? Okay, guys, we are interrupted by having baby duties. So, we have to wait. But, like, we could think about, like, some sort of cool ability icon for this. Which I think would be, I don't know, maybe some sort of circle, right? Oh, wait. I think I need this. So I was thinking about... Yeah, she needs to go outside, you know. That's why. There you go. And then, you know, maybe some spiral like this. Or something. Give me a second, guys. Alright. What's with the brown stuff, Cakes? Where? Where? Huh? We have brown stuff? Really? Where? On your nose? There's no brown stuff. You guys are, yeah, what a dirty fucker. You guys are lying to me. I can't believe that Rames actually made that joke. I took Rames for like a serious person. Okay, bro, I'm starting to not trust you anymore. It's your own fault, you know. It is your own fault.
I'm pissed. I'm fucking pissed. I'm fucking pissed that I don't get a fucking
Alright,
break.
guys, it's time. We go big dick now. String a Bladestorm. No, not blacksmith. And then we do shield, throw. Boom. We do Bladestorm, description Bladestorm. Shield throw, boom, boom, boom. There you go. And then what do we do here? Throws the... Throws... Throws... what do you call that? Throws something of the weapon in a spiral. Throws copies of the weapon in a spiral. Outward. Damaging all enemies. Along its path. Physical damage. Projectiles. Range doesn't need that, and then we I think that's it.
Long life chows.
First yoinking from Bloons and PoE, now it's WoW.
Marketing. Steam Next Fest.
Hello AQ, how's it going? Good
All
morning.
scam. Don't be afraid of core marketing
Okay.
and you'll be
Now,
stronger.
it's time, guys.
Good gem will sell
String.
nonetheless. The money
Bladestorm.
will come to you.
Bladestorm, and then we have the sprite ID. We need to add the sprite ID. String ability icon Bladestorm. Here we go. We're gonna speedrun this, guys. shield throw. We just need to change that. Oops. Okay, where is it? It is 40 and 696. There you go. And then we have a harmful type ability. This is a ability type here that is very important. We need another ability type. This is ability type user.
I don't want to be like Cakez.
User activation. Hey, what the fuck did I just do? Yeah. Ability type user activation. There we go. And then what is a target type? Is, I guess, area. Self, I guess. Okay, this is a new type of ability that I have not used yet. And by default, this is the actual one that we need. But in order to debug this ability, we're gonna make it automated. So ability type harmful for now. Okay. Now, the stats. It doesn't cost anything, but it has a float cooldown. And this needs to be a lot. 100 seconds for now. That doesn't scale down. And then how much physical damage does it do? A lot. It does maybe 200 physical damage plus level times 50. So a lot of physical damage. We do that here. 200 and then 50. And then range. We don't need range. And shards is turned into projectiles. There you go. We start out with 10 projectiles. It's a lot. Projectiles next level. Projectiles. 10, and then for every level we get one more. So we should start with, I guess, 11 projectiles. That's fine. Projectiles next level. Which is not the split count, but we need to stat projectile count. Okay, then yank a word. Boom. Projectile count. Now we have the projectiles that it's actually firing. Very nice. And we start with the stat cooldown. Oh wow, epic music. Awesome. Cooldown. Right, we're getting the stuff done today.
Yes! Yeah!
Alright, now we need the stat projectile count. Stat projectile count. That takes in the projectiles, of course. And then the split count is not something that we need. There you go. And then for the ability itself, in texts, we have physical damage and projectiles. So, we have physical damage here, then projectiles. And this goes away for the string. There you go. Now, the ability should be implemented in the game. Already. Is the game fucked up? No, it is not. So, if we go into the skill tree right now, we click on this and then take a look at the ability. We have Bladestorm right here. Wait, it takes the wrong string. Description, yeah. Where this description is Bladestorm. Wowza, yeah. Discord Mr. Cakez submissions. Cakez. Later. Over here, boom, save. Bladestorm. Physical damage, projectiles 11. Cooldown 100 seconds. Now we need to implement this. And it's very simple. If we go to activate ability, and then to the very bottom, we have the cost. And also, I think, this should be const. All of these should be const. Because then it's easier to read this, in my opinion. Okay, I made a sprite for you. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out in a second, okay, bro? Just give me a second. Case. Ability. I'm currently speedrunning this, okay? We can use the sprite in a second, bro. I need to create an active ability here. It's really important that maybe this is actually the same thing. Stats, position origin, target components, ability level. I don't know why I would need that, because we have the ability data. Not sure if we need this. Actually, do we need this? I don't think so, but maybe we do. Then the ability ID and the owner ID. There we go. Okay, cool. And then we break. So essentially, these can be fit together. Oh. Go. Nice. And then we go to update and draw active. Update active abilities. There we go. Update and draw. And this is where we have to do a case. Ability. Ability. Surely Const will not come back to bite him? No, it won't, because Bladestorm, yeah, Bladestorm. Bladestorm. Break. And so what do we need to do? We need to check if the active ability dot triggered. If it's triggered already. If it's not triggered yet, then we need to do something. We need to set the active ability dot duration. Or is it? Do we have a duration or something? Tick timer. I see. Dot stats. Dot values, I think. I need to take a look at this really quickly, how I did this on Shield Ops. Because I set a duration. Actually, I'm using the... How do I know the duration? It is... Ability duration. Yeah. So I'm changing that, right? The active ability time. And I'm pretty sure I did one thing. The inactive... Was it here? Shield count. Give me a second. Hit timer, starting angle. Options, enemy collider. Shake duration. Pickpocket. Not this ability here. Lighting strike. Ground slam. Ah, over here. Spike count. Wait, it's not ground slam. It was ice wave. If the ability make duration a stat that affects... Yeah. If it spawns 10, then I need to figure out how often do I spawn them over the duration. Oh, I have an idea. Oh, I have such a cool idea. Guys, you will like this. You will like this a lot. If I can find it. There you go. Let's mark this as A and then go to Bladestorm here. I will give this a duration of 10 seconds. Okay. And so we need to add another target stat here. Of stat duration. It's called stat ability duration. Ability effect duration? Duration. And so then we need to also supply that to the text. And it will all make sense in a second, you know. Base duration. There we go. We need that base duration thing here. From this. Oops. It doesn't scale the duration. It's always this. There we go. And then we switch back to here. Now we have the duration of this. And then that means we need a const float tick timer is duration, ability duration divided by a const int missile count is a get stat value active ability dot stats dot values on stat projectile count. And that turned into an int. Okay. Now we have the missiles and we can divide that by the missile count. Turned into a float. That's how many times we want to tick this. If it's not triggered, then actually we don't need to do anything. And then if... When do I do timer plus equals? Here. So if the ability is not triggered... Wait, actually we keep that if check here. I want to spawn one missile already. Active ability triggered is true. Oops. And then we just spawn a missile. So active ability dot missiles dot add missile. And then this is what where we have to do a missile. Missile is nothing. And this is what we have to const define now. There we go. So what do we have for the missile? We have the direction. What do we have here? The starting position is, I guess, the owner, the active ability dot start position. Ring buffer index doesn't matter. Hit timer doesn't matter. Hit targets doesn't matter. Target location, direction doesn't matter. So we just need to set the start position here. Then we add that. And so every time we have the active ability dot tick timer is greater or equals than the tick timer, or the tick frequency, I guess. Tick frequency. Then we want to spawn another missile. So essentially that's how this ability will work. And then... ooh. Yeah. It won't make sense now, but okay. And then animate the missiles. It's essentially 4. In missile index is 0. Actually, we're gonna get this from the shield ops. Projectile speed. There we go. Let's mark this as A. And there's also this hit timer thing that we'll have to do later, but I guess we don't do this now, the hit noise. Then we need to draw the sprite, we need to draw a glow, a shadow, collider, draw a circle, and then we need to do this entire thing. So that would be probably something I turn into a function, guys. Where do I find the missile position? Here. Missile start position. There we go. Starting angle. I feel bad for the CPU that has to run this. What are you talking about? We have this in a second. Now this is the math part that I don't like, you know, where I'm slow. It's not just, you know, firing an ability. The missile knows where it is because it knows where it isn't. Hello there, Song. Good morning. breath. Yeah. I need to fly in a direction. Okay, this is the difficult part, bruh. Goodness. Alright, so let me find that out. Projectile speed, time, starting angle, missile direction. Oh god. I mean... yeah... let's see, missile hit timer. Super cool, we need your backseat. So like every missile only hits an enemy once. So we don't need that hit timer. Starting angle. So I guess every missile starts out to the right. Dot. Direction is direction right. Right? Essentially what I need to do, guys, is based on the time of the ability, I need to rotate. So essentially I need something like this. The missile dot position is some sort of rotation. It has to do with sine and cosine, I guess. How do I create a spiral again? So I can rotate a vector 2, for example, the right direction, by an angle, and then multiply that by the active ability, no, by the missile dot hit timer. How's the ability supposed to work? Spiral around the character. So each missile spirals out. So every time I have a missile, I do missile dot hit timer. Oops. Hit timer plus equals delta time. Now that increases. And then we multiply that by the timer here. By some sort of width. Maybe like by 4 or something. So it spirals out. And then we rotate this by an angle. And the float angle is the projectile speed times the time times the starting angle. Which I guess is 0. So the angle would be projectile speed times the missile's time. Hit timer. That's the angle. Then we have the angle here. We rotate that. But renderize this. This is OpenGL. And then, now that we have the thing, we rotate that. And we don't need this. Don't need this. We do missile.position. No hit noise for now. Layer. Excuse me. Float layer is calculate layer. Layer game. And then missile.start position.y, I guess. Oh, sorry guys. Oof. And then the sprite here is... yeah, we keep that for now. We do something later. We draw a glow. Missile.start position. No, missile.start position. And T. We don't have a T value, so I guess we'll do that for now. Oh, we don't have a T value. That sucks. Wait, where's that T value? Mark this as B, go to A. Where's that T value coming from? Haha. Okay. We got that. Mm-hmm. And then it's just trying to collide with enemies to deal damage. And then there's no hit timer here. Lol, I just came to the stream to that. So I think we just implemented the ability really, really fast. It might not work. Yeah! Let's see. Please tell me it works, guys. Please tell me it works. Bladestorm. Base duration 10 seconds. Yeah, this will be fixed later. Alright, guys. Let's get some stuff here. Some points. Save. Hey, click this. Alright, projectiles. Let's see if this works. Uh-huh. Okay. Bladestorm. Let's see if this works, guys. You know what? I'm actually, in order to debug this ability, I'm gonna turn this ability... Let's just quickly turn this into a tier 1 ability. Oh yeah. Alright. Please tell me it works. Please tell me it works, bro. Please tell me. Please tell me it works. Sure, don't look at my sprite, bro. Wait. The one I made for you with so much work. I told you to fucking wait, cause I'm programming in the ability first, then I take a look at your sprite, bro, okay? If you're being so impatient, then I'm gonna ban you, okay, bitch? Just wait. Why is it not working? Why is this not working? That should happen. Should I add a missile? It's never adding a missile. It is not adding a missile. Because you're not using the awesome sprite? Huh. So it does work here. We also have 11 missiles. The tick frequency is 0.9. The ability is triggered. So we should have at least one missile. The tick timer. Oh yeah, the tick timer is never added. Okay, so active ability dot tick timer plus equals delta time. Is this stream ASMR now? Yes, Al Dente. Long time no see, by the way. Hope you're doing good, bro. Also, let me check on YouTube really quickly if there have been messages. No, there have not been. Cakez, I was checking out your Celeste clone tutorial. Cool stuff. When will you release the Bloons clone tutorial? See you in 5 minutes. Bitch. We don't need this negativity right now. Actually. We have one missile. Where's the position? Wait, so it sets the... Wait, it rotates the missile, but it needs to start with the active ability dot start position plus the rotation. Ah, okay, so there is the first issue. I wonder how long until Cakez also bans Neelas. No, I won't ban Neelas. Ban for truth. This is not truth, guys. This is not a Bloons clone. You're wrong. Okay, it's toxic. Aha! Oh, wow! Holy shit! What happened? Wait a minute. What the fuck happened? Huh? How did it spawn? Oh, yeah, right. Of course. What happens was every time I spawn another missile, I need to do active ability.tick timer minus equals tick frequency. And we need to turn this into a while. Ah! Nice array, bro. Nice array, bro. Let's see. You guys ready? Let's see. Slow down. I noticed that they don't spin much. They don't spin much. But this is essentially how I want it to work. And then they disappear after 10 seconds. Yeah. So essentially how I want this to work is... as long as the ability is alive, I want to spawn missiles. And then let the missiles run out by giving them a duration. So essentially, each missile... first and foremost, I will need to make this faster, right? 2 is a little bit too slow. I want it to be 20. Or like, I don't really need to do this. I can give the projectile speed to the ability. So for example, let's mark this as A and then go to Bladestorm. We can actually have a float projectile speed of 400. And then stat projectile speed is projectile speed. I don't know if I should add that as like something we need to display on the ability. I don't know if I should display this here or not. But essentially, now it has a speed of 200 or 400. It's a bit faster now. It's essentially the same speed. So I guess we need to... how is a projectile speed of 400 so slow, by the way? That doesn't make sense to me. Is it really that slow? I don't think so. Like, that's odd. What is the actual projectile speed here? One? Oh, gets that value, ignore base. Right, gets that value like this. Oh, wow. No, but then it's 400 now. That's too fast, lol. Aha! Oh, my! That's fast, bro. Holy goodness. Okay. Yeah. How about we don't have a projectile speed of 1000, but let's say 10. But that's a bit fast. Let's try that. Holy shit, 10 is so fast as well? There's no way. There's no way 10 is that fast. Absolutely not. Okay, well let's do 4. Let's try 4. There's no way. Huh? 200. Ah, I see. Because the base projectile speed is 200. I get it now. So essentially, what I do is I have base stat values, and so every character that spawns into a base, spawns into the game with 200 projectile speed. And so what I need to do here is ignore the base value. So then the base value is 1. And then what I can do here is, it needs to be hidden. Otherwise it doesn't make much sense. And then we go here and we have projectile speed of 300, which in this case we don't change the base, but we change the increased value. So now the projectile is 3 times faster. And I probably have to call this increased proj speed. And then that would be, let's say, 800 or something. Now the projectile is 8 times faster, which is 8 pixels per second. But then that's also bad, because the base, I want the base to be something, and if I increase the projectile speed by 10%, I want that base to be 10% faster. If I make it 80% faster, yeah, that's bad. I don't want this. No. So we need to find a better way. Proj speed. I want this to be like a value of 50 or something. For this ability. I want that to work. How do I do this? Hello, Cakez. How are you doing today? Hello there, Enix. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. So I know that the base value is 200. And so I could say, well, I want it to be 50. And so I could say then that it is minus 150. Which would mean it ultimately results in 50. Is that bad? I mean, it would work. So essentially the way this works is I have stats in the game. And I have units. And then abilities. Magic numbers, yeah. Abilities, units. And so essentially a unit has proj speed. Of 200. And then the ability has the same proj speed. But in this case, it's minus 150. And so what I do in the game is I add these two together. And then that would result in 50. Projectile speed gets faster as the radius increases. Maybe divide by the radius to normalize the speed. Yeah, we also have to do that, yeah. Hello, Cakez. Hello, Alp on YouTube. Hope you're doing good. Good morning, sir. Yes. So you guys see what the issue is, kinda? It does work. Now I can create a new base of 50 because this will be removed, right? Maybe I'll just keep it like this and we'll see how it works, right? Why not? This is a hidden thing. And then we go back to A here. Okay, so how do I do this? The radius, so const float radius is the missile.hit timer times 10, I guess. And then projectile speed angle Don't I have to divide that by... Wait, so the angle... What? How do you mean that, AQ? So this is my calculation at the moment. This rotation here, you think I need to divide by the radius? Wait. I need to divide the angle by the radius, right? Don't I? Whatever defines speed. Projectile speed is this. You mean this? Let's try this. I don't know if this works. But I know that AQ is smart. Did you watch the Gamescom? I'm studying and at the same time watching you. Did you watch the Gamescom? No, I did not watch the Gamescom, but I know that there's some games that I want to play from the Gamescom. The Gothic game, for example. I read on the THQ Nordic Discord that the game was so popular they had to close the line because the waiting time was 5 hours. Man... That's smart. This way you can counter the effect that Cakez has on you. Unmodded and ban. Okay, wait. So how do... we had this issue, by the way, with... Do I open up Godot right now? We had this issue in the Vampire Survivors clone, guys. In the Tangy Survivors clone, I think. We had that issue where we wanted to do a spiral ability with bones. Alert. This bone right, this scene right here, actually. The scene error. This is why I don't use Godot, by the way. It's fine. We're just going to ignore this shit. And we go into scripts. Bone spiral, GD script. So how does that work? We have a spawn frequency and we have projectiles. Then we create an instance. Give it speed, duration, and attack. And oh yeah, the bone spiral instance GD script, of course. We have a radius, we have a duration, we have a speed. And a timer. And then, okay, we do... the position is a vector of sine, time divided time... you know what? I'm just gonna copy this. It's fine. I'm just gonna copy this. You know? Why not? Copy. There you go. Just tuned in. What's the problem? Oh, bro, this looks fire. Yeah, you like it, bro? Cool, cool. Yeah, glad you like it, bruv. Alright, so, what do we need? Missile... dot start position, right, is, yeah, it is vec2 of sine f of the, okay, wait, const float time is missile dot hit timer, I think. Yeah, so time we have times the proc speed. How you rotate vector 2 does that? Yeah, maybe. Maybe you, sir, are right. But I wanna test this now. Okay, sir? Like, yeah, you're right. But it doesn't work. So we have to do it again. Okay? Maybe this works. Cosine F. Time times proc speed. Let's see if this works. Doing high school math, yeah, right. I made the worst speed 2D looking game in Godot. I got rid of scene swapping by having all my 2D scenes in 3D space. And I just moved the camera. The only known way to reach Nirvana is to study while Cake's watching. True, true, true. I also lost 2 of my projects to main scene becoming corrupt and me not bothering to try to redo it all. I really should set up some version control. No. So, like, yes, you should, but not for this reason. Godot engine should not have this dog shit scene error at all. This should be fixed. And in my opinion, this is the worst issue of Godot. Okay? I don't care if it's fixed for 90% of people and then 10% of people still have this. It needs to be for 0% of people. Okay? I think they're just lazy. This is my honest opinion. This should be fixed. Don't care. Like, you can get mad if you want to, but I think that's bad. They should fix that. I hate that. I hate that! Oh, there they are. Ooh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Peak Comedy, apparently on 25th of August, a new record for the biggest DDoS attack was recorded against a popular Minecraft server. Ooh! Let's see that. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Yeah, they're a bit slow. I feel like they're a bit slow. So why does this not work, by the way, guys? What am I doing wrong here? Comparatively, right? What do I do wrong here? There's an angle here that has this in here. So the like sin f is the angle, right? So in this case, it is time multiply. All of these are multiplied together. Your angle is not equal to time times. What is he doing wrong? Don't answer it, guys. Wait a minute. It's just your own feelings and opinion multiplying your hate cakes. Oh, you took that from yesterday, right, little boy? I think I'm gonna send you over for like 2 seconds. Because I was watching yesterday's VOD and you said the same thing. So, see you in 5 minutes, bro. Yep. He said that, yeah, he was yesterday, oh, Cakes, you're only talking, you're never programming. And then I rewatched the VOD, and the VOD was literally me programming for like 80% of the stream. This guy is actually lying, and now he's trying to take me and telling me that I extrapolate my feelings. While, like, literally every time I started Godot, 60, 70, or to 80% of the time, I get the shitty scene error. So you're wrong, okay? You're totally wrong. 80% no way. Should I link you my Godot video? My first time Godot video? My second time Godot video? Should I link you there to you, bro? Literally every time I started the game, the engine. Alright, let's test this. Why is this so fast? What the fuck is this? Holy shit. Goodness. Okay. Huh? I think I'm doing something different here. My rotate vector 2 does not do this, bro. It is definitely a different thing, but I like this a lot. However, I don't like how the radius increases so much. I think the radius increasing is a little bit too much, so I guess I'll do for 5. This one here. It does, as it's... Guys, give me a second. It's not 20% paint. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're banned too.
Ha ha.
5 minutes. My wife's back home. I need to bring up this robot the stairs. I'm back. Sorry, I missed some messages on YouTube. That corrupt scene thing is often happens if you got a link to a plugin in the TCN file and the plugin it didn't load. Yeah, something goes wrong with often they just blow up your scene file. It's open source, just fix it, yeah. Cakes on the angle you're multiplying for radius, so it increases a lot faster than it should. Yes, so we divided by radius, but that made it weird. You know? Well, and you know, this is, I don't think it makes much of a difference if whether we do time times projectile speed and then dividing it by radius, or the other way around, right? It doesn't really matter which way we do it. This should be commutative. Like, I didn't realize the rotate vector 2 was a transform rotation. It does work due to it feeding direction right. What you need to make a vector from the angle is what the other code does. Let's see here. Hey, does it work now? Does it work now? Projectile speed divided by radius? No, it doesn't work? Like this. Like the projectile speed is in here. Hello Tibonator, good morning. I hope you're doing good, bro. Huh? Bro, it doesn't work. So maybe AQ, maybe you misunderstand how my vector 2 rotation code looks. This is my rotate vector 2 code. The part that defines speed is sin f and cosine f. So we get rid of this, right? We do this. So what you're saying here is I need to divide that by radius here. Just do projectile speed times equals radius. Like this. Oh, C++ is way too hard for me. I just stick with JavaScript. C++ is not actually that hard, bro. God, I hate circuits, you know, guys. It's my bane of existence. They still increase in speed over time. So, like, they still get faster. Do you even use the speed variable? Oh, I don't, yeah. You're right. Bro. Bro, I don't know. I don't know what... Bro, I don't know what you're trying... It doesn't work. I'm just listening what chat tells me to do, guys, okay? Wait, you're using Unity? No, I'm using C++. You also multiply by radius later on. Yeah, to like increase the radius. I don't know why. Well, to make it move out over time. You know, to move it, make it move out over time. Cool, I'm writing an allocator based on a bin allocator. Keep getting lost in pointer. Hell, I think a bump allocator would be much easier. I don't think you need more than a bump allocator. If you want some tips, you don't have to do it this way, but I'll show you. Main.cpp. I have 2 allocators in my game. The way this works is I call it transient and persistent storage. These are just simple allocators that count how much you have allocated from them, and you can bump allocate from these storages based on sizes. So you can see here that I have 1 persistent storage where I allocate these different systems in my game. So for example, input would be a system in my game that I need to allocate. That is heap allocated from the bump allocator. Then we have some other stuff like config. And let's move down a little bit. We have the game state, render data, UI state, a tile editor in the game, sound. And so I'm bump allocating from the persistent storage that never gets freed. Okay, it's never freed. And then I have what I call a transient storage. And all I do every frame is I just set the used bytes back to 0. And then the entire game can use this transient storage to allocate during the frame, use the data immediately, and then free next frame. And so far, this has been everything that I need. That's all I needed so far. I will go into what is it called? I will go into threads later on, where I might have to split this a little bit so that each thread has their own transient storage. But for the time being, I don't have issues with this at all. Like, I sometimes use the transient storage. And yeah, that's about it. Works really well. You will never use the word transient on your own, Cakes. You would never use I call it persistent and transient, literally taking the names from Casey. Yeah, and? Is that an issue? I'm not natively English, and taking a word from someone else that I learned. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna ban you. I'm actually gonna ban you, bro. For 5 minutes. Bitch. Okay. Yeah, Casey didn't invent the word transient. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. What a moron. True. Okay, can we go back to the issue here? Hello, Mr. Cakes. Hello, Holden McGroin and Noob. Thank you very much for following earlier. I really appreciate it. And yeah, so the baby was crying, Opka. So, guys, are you ready? Are you guys ready for the daily Among Us message? This guy is crafting stories every single day. Are you guys ready? Mr. Cakez, can you please read my letter? Yes, yes, I will read your letter. Okay. Good day, Sir Cakez 88. I wonder where that comes from. Yesterday there was quite a heavy rain in Tokyo. I wonder if this guy actually lives in Tokyo or he's just spinning a narrative here. The risk of rain is quite high in summer here. Oh, about the risk of rain, have you played that game? It's a roguelike in the space setting. The lore is pretty deep though. By the way, there's another game set in the space. The name is Among Us. Maybe you have heard about it. Anyway, is it possible to add a crew member to add the Among Us crew member to your game? Smiley fake. Why do you not pixel it into the texture of one of your tangerines? He's Russian most likely. His nickname gives it away. Yeah. Risk of rain. Good stuff, bro. You're very you're very creative, bro. Guys, now why does this not work? AQ, have you figured out why it doesn't work? I see, so the persistent only disappears when the execution end gets then. Also the frame allocations, it will be hella fast. Sorry, the transient will be fast as hell for the frame allocations. Yes. I do live in Tokyo, yeah. Hey AQ, did you finish the work for me? Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. I know why it doesn't work, Cakes. Oh yeah, really? Why? Why does it not work? Why does this not work? So, by the way, Ramus, I want you to know that the ability is implemented in the game, and we have done it in less than an hour, but we are currently holed up not by anything engine related. It's just a brain issue at the moment, okay? Because chat don't know how to program this properly, okay? So if the ability was anything else, I would have been able to finish this already, okay? Yes, I understand, fiddling with math is fine, that's good progress. Yeah, I think it is. Right. Time, speed. Move time to speed calculation so it can be divided to. Okay, we are not listening to this. Who suggested this song? Rico suggested this song. I think I'll go with a bump allocator per frame allocations. So, sorry, believe it or not, I'm English and I can't even speak it, lol. I mean, does the persistent free only when the execution of the program ends? Yes. Persistent storage is actually never freed by me. You can see here in the main loop, I make a bump allocator for the persistent storage. And then you can see I use the persistent storage on a bunch of allocations here. And then we have the while loop. This is actually the entire game loop here. Takes about this much space. And then down here I just return 0. Because I let the operating system free itself. I know that people say that this is undefined behavior, but I never had any issues. It closes out instantly, and the operating system will free the memory for me. Everything is freed. I don't actually close anything. Don't you need different storage for different structs? A struct is just a container for data. A struct is literally just a data container. And different structs just have different sizes. That's how I see it in memory. So if I have a big struct, it just takes up this much memory. And then I have a smaller struct that takes this much memory. That's essentially how I see it. Aren't you using two different angles? Let's see. So, it doesn't work because there's something wrong with your code, Cakes. Which time are you using delta time? I don't know what you mean. I don't think I used two different angles, no. This is the same. This is the radius is applied to the entire vector. You divide by hit timer. By hit timer. So I need to divide by this. For the speed. Hey guys, can someone explain me why this doesn't animate position? 1, 1. And then you wonder why it doesn't animate. Dude, I'm not a fucking math person, bro. So then why does this work? Why does this work then, huh? Hit timer is also in the radius and you divide it by that. We have spiral projectors in our game, and while I didn't write it, I'm fairly sure we incorporated the radius in the calculation of the new position, so the projectiles technically increase in speed, because otherwise it looks like they slow down visually. I can't share it, but I think you're close. Yeah, I mean, this is what I had. I think that's normal. Actually, guys, I think this is normal. This is normal. I think this is how it should be. I would like to speed it up, though, in the beginning, I guess. I think this is normal, guys. Speed. We don't do this. We don't do this. Spiral looks like ours, just from a quick look, yeah. Guys, do you remember the Godot stream where we literally spent 2 hours on this shit? Just call it a feature and go next. Yeah, so now, here's the interesting part, okay? I want every missile spawned to have a lifetime of their own. And so essentially what I need to do here is find a way to figure out if I have spawned all of the missiles already, and then untrigger the ability, if that makes sense. So I keep adding missiles to... So I need to make sure that each missile has a lifetime of their own, in a way. And then disable the ability once... Okay, so wait, I have an idea. So if the ability is not triggered, right? We do this. Okay, we add missiles to it. In a frequency. So here's what I think would be a cool idea. Okay. Here's what I think would be awesome. Let's say this is our orange. And then these are the missiles around the orange, right? What if we can scale... Now I'm looking for different ways to scale the abilities, right? Scaling. Scaling. What about time? AKA ability duration. So duration. I think that should extend how long these rotate. But then what about speed? Speed would also make it go further, just faster. And then also, what about the missiles? What about those? More missiles, you know? +5. What should that mean? I think this is like the frequency, right? This is the frequency between the two. Now, what should I do to maybe decrease the frequency? There's many different ways to do this. Then you have a missile cap, or does it go to infinity? There's no cap on the missiles. Can you decrease the duration time so it flies the same distance but faster? Faster would be speed. Same distance but faster would be speed. Speed will always make it faster, that's easy. It's already in there. So speed is already something we have as a scaling factor. It's already there. This is done. Speed makes it fly further and faster. There. As the radius increases, so does the speed. The radius plays a role in calculating the delta position, which in turn plays a role in velocity. If the radius increases, so does the delta position, which increases the speed. Yeah. You can decrease the duration time. So let it fly the same distance but faster. Then you can have a missile cap or goes infinitely. One man crossed the path of the ancient forest of elves. Eh? What? So essentially first I need to spawn however many projectiles I have. And then if active ability dot missiles dot count is the same or greater than the missile count, we set the active ability dot triggered to true. You could add an AoE effect when each missile hits a target. Lol, this music. Yeah, that's a different way. So like do it like here. We do it like this. We only add missiles. And we put the timer here. If it's not triggered or the active ability. Nah, we can't do that. Because we do minus equals. Now this would make it so that we can spawn all of these, but then how do we figure out the tick frequency? Maybe I can just turn it into a const. Oops. Does the missile know where it is? Yeah, we store the position on the missile. The missile knows where it is here. So essentially, I want to think about this part right here, the time/duration, making the ability last longer. I don't know how I would do that. In my opinion, each missile needs to have a duration on them. So essentially active ability dot time is 0 all the time. Keep the ability alive until all missiles have disappeared. And that essentially is if... So if the active ability is triggered, right, then I want to check every frame if the active ability.missiles.count is less than or equal to 0. Then that means all missiles have disappeared. That means I can now get rid of the active ability. And so that means we call this code right here. And then I suppose we have to continue. Maybe? Let's check out break. We are in a switch case statement. In a switch case statement, continue means we break out of the for loop, right? Because I'm in a for loop here. Right? Continue doesn't have anything, doesn't do anything, right? Well, we'll have to see if it works. I hope it does. And then the tick frequency would be 0.2, I guess. I want it to be quite fast. 0.2 is a bit much, maybe 0.5. Or maybe 1. We have missile count, we have the missile. And then we do timer. Tick timer here. And then we have spawned all of the missiles, and then we animate the missiles over here. And then if missile dot hit timer is greater than or equal than the ability duration, then we do active ability dot missiles dot remove index and swap. It doesn't really matter. That would be the missile index minus minus, and then we continue. There you go, guys. I think we have it. I think I actually managed to program in this ability, and then I want T obviously to fade these out. Looks like T is not very well animated. It should probably be here, and then use the missiles time. The hit timer. There you go. Let's test. Okay, so every one of these should spawn, should be 10 seconds and then disappear. Oh wow, look at that, guys. Huh? What do you think? And now obviously this ability is not good enough yet, right? It needs to be much, much faster. And then maybe the radius needs to be maybe a bit shorter here. Let's say 4. Looks good to me. And then also it looks like this for some reason. Let's not draw the glow for now. Material, what is this? Additive color. Hit timer times 5. Ah. Yeah, faster will be cooler, yeah. So mark this as A, and then we go to Bladestorm. Here, and maybe the projectile speed should be 100. Maybe it should be much faster. What if the missiles don't have time to despawn, but a life that gets lower and lower based on how many hits it gets? No. I could do it, but I don't feel like doing it. I think it's still too slow. Crazy. How's it so slow? That's odd. It ignores the base, that's why. That's why. And now it's too fast. Yeah, now they rotate too fast. What is this, bro? Oh man. You want it to be faster in general? I think I want it to be faster in general, yeah. It kinda looks cool, I have to say, but... Kicks doing simple math, shut the fuck up, man. Okay, projectile speed, let's say minus 170, huh? Looks like a chain swing, yeah. Holy shit. Holy shit, how's it so fast, man? 10 is even too much. Save it for whip ability later. This is even too fast. Actually, I think I like this. Just need to increase the radius. Let's turn this to, let's say, 10. Yeah, it's still too fast, holy shit. Maybe not. But I think it's so fast that it actually doesn't collide properly if I'm unlucky. Because of the, you know, the physics. You know how when perfectly balanced. Shit. So I might even have to go like 195 or something. It's crazy how fast this spins. Now this is half slower. Still too crazy. I don't know about this, guys. I think it's too fast. Even that, like 97 maybe. Bruh. Looks like it's sort of accelerated at the end. Oh wow, look at that, guys. Damn. Wow. Cool. That looks really good, yeah. Damn. I think I like this, to be honest. That's a neat pattern, yeah. It all depends on the speed of the projectiles. But we have an issue, guys. I'll show you. Let me show you. 10% projectile speed on the skill tree. 20, 40% projectile speed. You see this? You guys ready? Take a look here. Let me show you with 40% projectile speed on the tree. This is what it looks like with 40%. Actually, still looks good. How do I know if it is flying further, actually? How do I know if it flies further? Nothing changed. It becomes slower. How do I know this? I need to see the last shield where it stops. The last shield stops here. You see this, guys? This is where the last shield is. Now, let's load this again and then give it 40% more speed. It should fly further. This only changes the rotation speed. It should fly further because it flies faster. It is tied to a timer. I think it actually flies further now. It almost makes an entire... Like it stops here. Up here, it's further out. So how do I tell if this actually is the case? I'm just gonna increase the radius by 20. And then we can see how far it flies. Let's see. Holy shit. It flies so far now. Oh, wow. So the latest shield is here now. Right. Okay, so essentially where the mouse is... Like essentially here between these two leaves. Now... Let's go and add 40% more. Let's see. You could just calculate the distance when a projectile despawns. I don't keep that. What the fuck? It despawns like up here. It's difficult to say. The speed should only affect the number of rotations, not the radius. Stupid questions. What are the enemies supposed to be? I can't tell. Skeletons. They are terribly drawn. I have better skeletons in the game somewhere else. They're here. This is like a very first enemy I drew really fast to debug the game. But essentially the game will be about skeletons and mages. This is what it looks like. Looks like it's working. I don't know if it's working or not, guys. How do I know? Do you load that as a big texture atlas? Yes, I do. Let's try this. I now have 80% less projectile speed. Let's see what happens. Huh. That's odd. The radius goes very wide because of the projectile speed, but they fly much slower. So we still need to do some calculations on the radius here. This has to do with, we also have to put projectile speed into the radius. For somehow. What if we divide by the speed? What happens then? Or what if we multiply this by the speed? What happens then? Then they're almost non-existent. Because it's so small. What if we take 5 times the projectile speed? The speed is constant, so it's the same in the end. Speed is negative. Speed is not negative, guys. Projectile speed is a very low value, 0.5. Why is that? Because the base value of my... I could show you how this works, okay? Essentially, this is what it is. This is what it looks like. We have a base value of 3, 80% decreased, meaning we remove 80% of 3 and multiply that by a multiplier of 1, so essentially keep the same value. So we do calculator. We take 3, then we multiply that by 3. And then we multiply that by 0.2 essentially. That's essentially what we're doing here. Because of minus 80%, so we keep 20%. And so then we multiply that by 1 to give it a multiplier. I still have this here, but I don't use it in the game. So this is essentially, we never use this. It's still there for me to extend this in the future. But essentially we have a 0.6 speed because it's so slow. And so now projectile speed times 5. Now I could potentially make the projectiles fly faster. Maybe. So instead of, let's say, 190 maybe, now we start out with 10. Speed minus 80%. We also have to take into account that we are at minus 80% of speed at the moment. Looks really cool, I like it. But this is slow speed. Now what happens if we get rid of this? Shuriken mode activated. Now it's 80% faster. Holy shit. Crazy. So what is minus 190? Minus 190 is because... I'll explain it again. What I have in my game is stats. And they are on multiple things. So for example, a unit has base stats of speed or proj speed, right? So proj speed. And they have 200 base. So now the ability itself also has proj speed. But it is minus 190. And so in the game what I do is when I activate an ability, I take the unit stats and I plus the ability stats on top. That results in a proj speed of 10. What framework do you use? I don't use any framework. I use my own C++ code. How do you design your level with hand? Currently I design the level with hand, but I'm not at the point where I can design levels. I'm currently at the point where I need to design characters and abilities. So once I have characters and abilities in place, some of them, I can start designing levels. We're currently building ourselves up so we can start designing levels. We're currently stuck on the first path for the skill tree of this guy. The projectile path. This guy can go for projectiles using shields and slashes. And we're currently designing this latest ability, the Bladestorm, which is the latest, strongest ability he's gonna have. How many paths left, man? Now, after this path is done, we need to design the bottom path here. And while we design this path, we also have to design the items for the character to support the different playstyles. So, for example, we have armor pierce here. This sword doesn't buff any of the projectile nodes. It doesn't do anything. So, if I want to have... How do you call that? Wenn Sachen zusammen funktionieren halt, ne? How do you say that in English, guys? When things work together. No, not things working together. It's a one word. Synergy, yes. If I want to have synergy, then we need to figure out, okay, which, let's say this sword, what could be this, what type of stats could be on this sword to make this unit more powerful and supplement the abilities and make them better as well. You know, for example, this one is a projectile ability. Okay, it adds physical damage. Now, should a sword just add physical damage or maybe give me additional projectiles? Like a sword with additional projectiles would be cool. But then the sword doesn't work with melee abilities at all. So there needs to be synergy and also emergent gameplay. When you're increasing the speed, what's the effect you want to create? To rotate faster and maintain the radius? Or increase it too? Essentially, when I increase the speed, I want the projectiles to remain... I want the projectiles to keep their rotation area, essentially, but just fly further. So essentially, I want this. If this is the starting point, this is what it is based. This is the base. Okay, this is how far we go. That is 10 seconds. Using a speed of, let's say, 10 pixels. Okay, now if I change any of these parameters, all I want is this to be extended. So for example, if I change 10 speed to 12 speed, if I change it to 12, then essentially I wanted it to fly maybe till here. But keep this. Now, the same thing goes for 10 seconds. If I change that to 15 seconds, I want it to fly longer, but keep the same shape. That's essentially how I want it to work. I want a spiral where the speed of the projectile, it just flies faster through the spiral. And the duration means it just flies longer, but at the same speed through the spiral. So if this is the distance covered by, if this yellow here is the distance covered by 10 seconds, if this is the distance, distance per 10 seconds, then 15 seconds, you know, it should go from maybe this to like add that part here, essentially. I mean, we can have a constant for radius, yes. I mean, we can add an R, right? Radius. But I don't think we need that. Maybe this. Yeah, so we have a radius here, then we have speed, then we have time. That's it. Yes. It's funny how I got hit with an advert like 20 seconds before you gifted me that sub. Mr. Amida, thank you so much for gifting 2 subs, man. I'd really appreciate it. Yeah, and again, thank you guys for sticking with me here. You know, even though it is a little bit chaotic with Zoe. I really appreciate it, you know. I'll try my best to minimize that so we can, you know, make progress on the game. You guys have fun. But nonetheless, I really appreciate the big support, you know, not only from you guys watching, but also, was it you, Rosbuza, that helped me earlier today and told me about that stuff? Well, it was you, right? Was it? Or maybe I'm wrong. Yes. So we'll try that, you know, with the dairy stuff. I really appreciate it, man. It does help a lot. Don't worry, Dota duty comes first. I was the one spamming about dairy, yeah. Bitch, don't draw the Zori card. I know you can multitask. Yeah, I can, but it's actually not that easy. You know, I want to see you try it. It was better than the React. Are we gonna get to the React later on? You know, I need some videos for the weekend. Don't worry about that, bruv. I would just again remind you that not knowing math as a dev is a cringe crime. I do know math. You're wrong, Mr. Almeida. You're wrong, and you're lucky that you're paid to winning here. Okay, sir. So we have time. We have a radius of a constant. And then we have a const float speed, which is the projectile speed. And these are all the things we need. So we do time. So over here we have the start position plus that, and then we, how does that work? We multiply this times the time times the radius times the proj speed. There we go, guys. Time times speed times the radius. There it is. Oh man, that's awesome. If TCap wasn't streaming himself, he'd pin this. Pin what? I totally could. Kappa, surely. Sure. At least Cakez isn't a technical artist. He'd be fucked. The message of Mr. Almeida. Nah, he wouldn't do that, because he's not actually toxic, you know? He's not actually toxic, you guys. Let's see. Okay. I like that. And they disappear here. This is where they disappear. Now, this is where the mouse is, right? Let us go ahead and increase the projectile speed. Oh, that's minus 80% projectile speed. Okay. Okay, let's see where that goes now. Oh, wow. But they still go through here. They still go through here. The circle seems like it is still the same circle that they fly through. Okay, let's do something more that is less crazy, right? No, wait, I want to learn this English word. Let's do something more... It's not minuscule, but it's like a small change in a value. Let's do something more... not simple. When a value is small in change, eccentric, no. Subtle, thank you. Let's do something more subtle, yes. So instead of a projectile speed minus 80%, how about we give it 10%? 10%. Let's see. I kind of want to change the projectile speed from the ability really quickly. Instead of 190, let's do 195. You definitely should make some radius plus speed limit to not make it fly out of the screen. I think it's fine if it flies out of the screen. Why not? Wow. It's crazy how fast the speed is. So we really have to go for 90, like 7 or 8 on the speed here. Or maybe I just ignore the projectile speed here. Give it a base. I think we could do it like this, guys. We get rid of this. And then we just give it a base projectile speed of gets that value ignore base. So we don't take the base value because it's too fast, and then we multiply this by, let's say, a 2. And we'll try that. Bloons City 6, hello, what's the name of this game? Bloons City 6, you are banned? This game is called Tangy Defense, or Osai Z-Boy, and we're currently working on an ability called Bladestorm, where currently it is throwing shields, but it's gonna show blades. Shit, they fly. Okay. Let's try this. Looks interesting. Thank you. 10%. What happens now? I want to see if the path is always the same. Based on the projectile speed. It flies till here now. Okay. It doesn't fly as much. Actually, I think it does work. Does it fly through this mouse? Cakez. The game is clearly not Bloons City 6. It is more like Bloons City 5.5. It flies through here. Okay, so the exact same route is here. Okay. Let's get rid of this again. It flies exactly through this. The black thing here. It does work perfectly. Guys, it does work perfectly. Projectile speed makes these things fly faster. So now I think what I want to do for this ability is make it so that it ticks faster. I don't like the tick frequency. I want it to be like 0.5. What libraries used to make this? OpenGL and just Windows stuff. Okay, now I think we can work on the radius too. I'll probably get rid of that. Put it up here. And then say, let's say we do a radius of 2. How does that look?
Am I so out of touch? No.
Mr. Elmido is gifting 1 sub to the community.
I feel like I want to have a starting location that is not inside the character, but somewhere outside. How do we do this? So when I set the position of these shields, right? I want the start position to be... Oh, I know where. Plus... direction right. Plus... I don't know. Times... weapon distance, maybe? Add an offset to the radius. Oh yeah, we could also add an offset to the radius, yeah. But maybe this is better. Let's try this. That doesn't work. This doesn't need to have anything, actually. T plus offset. Let's see. Const float offset is, I don't know, 10. T plus offset, you say. So time here. Plus offset. Like this. How long have you been programming in C++? I've been programming in C++ for about 3 years. Or 4? 3 to 4 years, yes.
Am I so out of touch? No.
Mr. Elmido is gifting 1 sub to the community.
Cool. I like that more. Okay, and then obviously the offset sucks. That's too much. How about we do 2? Ja, warum nicht? Ja, danke. Nee, danke. Nee, lieber nicht. Need to offset times. We can... Wait, why offset? I want them to start... I don't want them to start in the character. I want them to start outside. You know?
No.
Rames is gifting 2 sub to the community.
My man. Rames and Mr. Amida. Huh? Okay, wait. I need to be careful now. Wife's opening the door, so I can't be too loud. How long did it take you to properly understand pointers? I remember that being a pain at first. I would say a year. I'm not that fast when it comes to learning like this, but understanding pointers, excuse me, and really understanding pointers and how to work with memory locations. Like understanding pointers, 1 day. Really understanding pointers and learning how to use them, a year. Maybe more. Because there's so many nuances and different ways you can use them. No, Rames and Mr. Amida, I really appreciate the ginormous support from both of you. You are crazy. You know, if I take a look, like Rames gifting 15 subs and Mr. Amida, I don't know what to say. Like 60 is just... I don't know what to say. You're incredibly kind. Thank you so much. You know, it really means a lot to me. You know, even during these more stressful days for me, I really appreciate it, you know, that you are here supporting me. Not only by watching, but going even further, you know. I really appreciate that. And Peter too. I know. I remember. How are you getting the changes to affect the game without reloading it? You can check that out here. I have a tutorial on how to do that. Maybe instead of a react or game playthrough, it's time to hit Khan Academy or something. Pfft. And Collector, yeah, sure, and Collector, of course. Yeah, Collector. Collector actually started to support me in the beginning, but then he just went toxic at some point for some reason. Okay, so maybe we should do... We need to scale this, right? So offset like this. But this is just another radius, isn't it? I don't think it makes them start. First they love you, then they hate you. Yeah, that's how it is. Never subbed, never donated, adblock on stolen laptop, neighbor's Wi-Fi, mama's house, stolen, yeah. I think banning has the opposite effect on people. Cakes. I was never that toxic, but once you banned me once for no reason, it changed me. Okay. Okay. So, we're gonna figure out when you got banned the first time. How long? You got banned once. Sir, your unfunny comments don't add any value to the stream. We will make and will only make the game take longer. Think about what you did before you type. You acknowledge the warning on the 21st of, what is that? June? And then the 23rd of July... It was when you didn't believe that a spaceship existed. So the 23rd of July, let's see here, messages. It's gonna take some time to get up there. It's fine. Let's figure this out. We're already on the 14th. I'm innocent. That was when you didn't believe in the space. Or the operator. Wait. But I apologized. I apologized to you. I actually apologized. So, you still want me? Mm-hmm. Blind 77. Mm-hmm. And he wonders. This is worse than your ISP take. My ISP take was Giga Chat take. My ISP take was good. Was a W take. You're wrong. Really digging deep to find a toxic comment, huh? Generally, yeah, but well, I'm probably another Zig. Yeah, no. Nee.
Die ersten 3 Sekunden, die ich da saß.
I don't know, man. I said it would just be another Zik and got banned. Yeah, see, like you were negative. Authority, yeah. UHM, nailed. Yeah. I'm telling you, bro. You can't hide anything from me. Alright, let's see. How does this work? This doesn't work, guys. It doesn't start. The offset has to be based on time. This is how we make them spawn outside. Maybe 2 is not enough. But maybe we should do 4 or 3. Let's see here. I like that, actually. And then we can change the radius to 3. Guys, I think I like it. Damn! Look at this, guys. Huh? Now just do a scale Y by ellipse scale. Oh yeah, we can, actually. It's possible to do this. We can actually do this, yeah? That would be times.
Am I so out of touch?
Ellipse.
No.
Mr. Elmido is gifting 1 sub to the
Height
community.
factor ellipse. That would work. This is what it looks like now. Now it will actually be an ellipse. See this, guys? We have an ellipse in the game. It's an elliptical 3D. Kinda. Hey, guys, what do you think? Huh? You should play WoW instead. 2 gifted subs gives you a pet during the event on Twitch. I've seen that, but I don't really like WoW. I'm not a big WoW person. Also, I think isn't Pirate Software streaming WoW, so you could go and watch that. Maybe Cakez, maybe you remember once you gave... Well, I once gave you a donation of $10,000 in a free skill tree concept art design. Now I'm willing to donate you again. 5k concept art for an amazing level that no one has seen in any game before. I hope you enjoy. Oh guys, 5k Art design. That's also true. I was never toxic until you banned me for no reason. Then I started my Scorched Earth campaign. More like 5k rubles. I like how he labels this water and then rocks here. Looks a bit sus, yeah. I think it's a very nice map, true, yeah. Thank you very much for the design. I will take it into consideration, bro, okay? Alright, let's see what happens when we add in a bunch of projectile speed. So we go for maximum 50% projectile speed. Right now, what happens? Ooh, look how fast they are now. Damn, look at that. Guys, I have a question. So here's the question. Scaling, right? Scaling this ability. Should, and I think this is awesome, should the, where is it? The frequency, right? Slap and cheeks. Guys, should the tick frequency be dependent on the proj speed by some factor? So the more projectile speed we have, the more projectiles spawn, the faster the projectiles spawn. Let's see what this looks like. Damn. Okay, let's see what happens here. 40% more. Let's try this. 40%. Shit, wait. I'm a moron. Wait a minute. Guys. Projectile speed, 40%. Oh, damn. Why does it start there, though? At the bottom. What do you think? How much would it cost if we add an Among Us inspired character? It does not need to be one-to-one, but it's similar looking. Guys, I think I will get into trouble if I have an Among Us character. Seems cleaner ammo. So what we could do here is quickly change this from 10% to minus 80%. Save that. There you go. What does this look like? I want them to always start on the same... I have to leave to be sure to check out my sprite. Okay, we'll check out your sprite.
Am I so
I'm sorry
out of
about
touch?
that, yeah. I'm sorry about this, bro.
No.
Mr. Elmido is gifting 1 sub to the community.
Sprite A Sprite, Tornado Ability Cakes. Alright. Let's see. Tornado looks really cool. But I don't understand, like this is a tornado, right? And what is this? But it's really good, man. Thank you. Wow. I appreciate it, bro. That's tornado jizz. Wait, can I actually copy this over here? Wait a minute. She won't stop crying, guys. Is it really that bad with the dairy, man? Holy. And then we need to replace some of the colors with, let's see. Can we? Can we actually do that, or is it bad to do this? Is it possible to do this? Or would that look bad? I think it looks bad, right? So let me see here. What do you guys think? Hallo, wer mein Freund? Hello, Rotrat, long time no see. Cakez the youngster as its finest. Zippity, now it's my property. He made that for me, you Dumbo. I don't know what you're talking about, but he made it for me. Okay, so he made it for me so I could use it. So I'm not yoinking anything. I'm just using what he gave me. Okay, so how can we move on? I don't know what this is supposed to be here, guys. I will try to help more with sprites if I can, Cakez. I'm trying to make a game in C++ and we'll share some more resources for free. Really? Bro! Question, what happened to Nings? I always liked she called you out on your dogshit art directions that you ignored just to exactly what she told you later anyways. I think she's in university right now. This map has a nice layout, other TDs should take notes. So guys, why don't these shields start at the same offset? It's because of the speed here, right? It is because of the speed here. Since I'm making the Cakez attention your user also by, do you recommend making many different games or making one game that really fleshing it out and adding as many features as possible just for learning? I recommend making many different small games. And even though I'm currently working on a big game myself, where I add a lot of features, just like you're saying, the fact that I made small games in the meantime, while working on this project, helped me get a perspective of what I need to make this game better. So for example, I started out ultimately making a Pong clone. So I had one finished project where I say, okay, this game has a complete game loop, start to finish, this game's done. Then I started working on this game, and ultimately at some point during the process of this game, I started making different games. One of them was a Vampire Survivors clone in C++.
Am I so out of touch? No.
Mr. Elmido is gifting one sub.
Then I made a I made Vampire Survivors in C++. I made Celeste in C++. I made Vampire Survivors in Godot. I made a side-scroller in Godot. I made a terrible Diablo clone. I tried making Terraria in J. I started making Minecraft in J. I made little projects to help me get some distance from my project and also figure out a way to make a project from start to finish or almost finish so that I could get a different perspective. And I just can't concentrate, man. The baby is crying all day, guys. Every time I hear this, I'm like, I'm sorry, Professional cloner, you might want to send an application to Camino. I think you add a constant to the radius. I think it has the same effects, but you're starting on the same point. Hit timer plus offset and you multiply the offset by the projectile speed. Hit timer plus offset. And you multiply the projectile speed by the offset. Here?
Ich hab Moment, kann ich nicht.
Ja, ich bin gleich fertig. Already blaming others for his failure? And then you wonder why the offset changes. And then you wonder why the offset changes. And then you wonder why the offset changes. So what you're saying is, I need to do offset. Hey, stop. I need to do offset plus time here. Right? Slowly? No. And remove it from time, yes. Guys, we're gonna figure this out, okay? We have Desmos here. We are smart. Okay, let's say +5. Wow, look at this, guys. I don't think it works. What the fuck? Hey, what? Oh. Okay, let's call it O. What the fuck? Can't do words here. Bro, you're wrong. It doesn't start here. So I probably have to do this plus offset. Plus O. This is it. And then this doesn't make any sense. You're wrong, sir. You, sir, are wrong. See, that's it. This is it. Bro? Huh. So you're wrong. This guy's totally wrong. Huh. What a newbie. You know, he's constantly complaining about my fucking math problems, you know, and he's the one that's actually wrong. Funny. Very funny story, bruv. Bitch. Total scammer? I'm not scamming. You are getting sleepy? Oh yeah. I wonder what type of offset we need though. Let's see. 4 pixels? Let's see. Oops, not 100. Chat, do you think superposition quantum entanglement is a reality? Or a representation of what we don't know? But I only made a comment on the time having an offset, and then you later multiplying the time by projectile speed. You were wondering why the offset changed with the projectile speed. Okay, alright, let's see. Let's do 20. Ooh, look at that. Cool. Now, let's see if... Wait. Oh, there it is. That works. Power of mathematics. Yeah. So now we have a very slow projectile speed. I don't know if we ever want that, but that could work. It's bad, right? So what we want essentially is faster projectiles. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What if... How much is this? 14? Eh. What about minus 20? What happens then? What if I do minus here? What if we do minus O? Lol? They start on the bottom. This sucks, bro. I don't like how they start on the bottom. And now if I change the speed from 2 to 4, they should be faster. Just make minus cosinus here. Minus cosinus would change that. Ooh, I see. Thank you. Damn. It still starts on the bottom. Damn. Looks cool, yeah, right? I think a speed of 4 is a bit too much. I'm gonna go with a speed of 3. The base speed of that. And I wanna have way more projectiles on this. This is going to be like a crazy ability. Let's see here. You should make the projectile disappear once it hits something. No, it's supposed to be an ultimate ability. Think about in balloons. You have the, I don't know, these round things that shoot razor blades all around themselves out. They don't disappear either. Would be cool for like the wizard character with fireballs. Yeah, you can do many things. The wizard character with fireballs will just shoot fireballs in all directions, I think. Or have like a meteor field where it spawns 10 meteors on the map. It's like poof, 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 something like that. That's what I'm thinking about the wizard. So for the wizard, it's already very easy, but for this guy it was difficult because I was thinking about doing wind slash. That's global. We could also do wind slash in all directions, and then the wind slash returns back to you. So that would be another crazy idea, but we'll have to see. Oh, in balloons you say, what a coincidence. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I appreciate you joining, you know, and watching, you know, it's totally okay. It's fine. It's fine. I think this projectile speed is good. There you go. I want more projectiles. I want to scale this by 2 and start out with 14. I want this to be a big dick ability, guys. Huge cock ability. It's gonna be million shots. Hell yeah! Look at that! Now that's sexy. Damn, look at this. Bruh. That's better. First time chatter, how long do you reckon till the game is finished? Oh, Stoinks, good morning. Thank you very much for following. It's difficult to say. I think I need 1 to 2 more years.